It's going to be an intense one nonetheless. Here comes Flix to start his first qualifying lap of the session. He seems to be the outlier in terms of practice beforehand, having the fastest lap out of everyone else on the grid when practicing. But today it'll be one of those Grand Prix, as long as you attend, you'll get the points. Here comes Flix. Around the final corner. Is the lap valid? It's another circuit where it will be hard to keep the car on the circuit. There's a yellow flag. But as Flix crossed the line, it's not going to be valid. It's a 14-2 anyway. Yellow flag is gone. There's a bit of a mix-up with cars here. Another yellow flag into the line. It's going to be Luca who's put on provisional pole, 1:19.8. It's a bit off the pace. Quite a bit off the pace, but it's the only lap that is valid for now. So we'll see who will cross the line and take pole position. Josh is just starting his lap now. Christian's come into the pit lane. I think Alfie's lap ain't going to be good enough at all. His is invalid. Around the final corner is Elliott. I'm not sure whether this lap is valid or not. Doesn't look too bad. To line, it's going to be fastest for now, 1:14.8 for the Mercedes. Over the line, that might be invalid. Christian to line. Oh, it is valid, 16.7. He's a bit off the pace, but that lap was valid and it gets him on the board, which is important for now. Who I believe won't be next to the line, and Josh is into the barrier. He's lost the car on the exit. And half the front wing is gone off that Red Bull. He's going to have to collect that car. Flix will be crossing the line with a nice bit of slipstream. I'm not sure whether the lap is valid or not. It is. And it's a 15.4. Flix goes provisional pole position for now. So we have 9.5 minutes to go. And the end plate has been lost off the front of that Red Bull. And we see the Ferrari of Alfie going way off into the gravel. He's struggled so far in this session as well. Drivers are just not being able to put a lap on the board. Luca is on a run. Alfie will be next to the line. Is he going to put a lap on the board? He does. It's 1:23.4. It's not going to be fast enough. Flix goes into the pit lane after invalidating his lap. Here comes Elliott as well. As this could be a lap to fight for pole position off his teammate. The Mercs seem fairly fast round here. To the line for the Mercedes. And it's improved, but not enough. For 1:14.6. As he's currently 2 seconds faster than the Red Bull of Christian. Around the final corner. Is this lap going to be valid for Alfie? It's much better this time. As he gets to line, it's going to be a 16.1 and he puts himself up to third. Still quite a bit off the pace, but he's jumped a few cars who were in his way. Josh is on for a lap and he's gotten onto... He got onto the throttle too early and he's spun out. Fortunately, he kept it out of the wall. Josh could be starting last here if he doesn't get a lap. Christian, 2.5 attempts up, and that's Alfie, who's retired from the session. I don't know whether he's crashed. He may have crashed on circuit, but we're unable to see. He's currently sitting P3 for the moment, but Christian is up on his time. In the first sector, he's nearly 3 attempts up. If we keep this lap valid and improve everywhere else on the circuit, he could displace the Ferrari to, I'm not sure what for. Christian to the line. Where's he going to put his car? It's going to be third fastest for the Red Bull. A 1:16.0 as he sticks the car into the podium places. Elliott's going slowly. He may have made a mistake on his lap. As Luca has finished his session. He'll be starting 5th if Josh doesn't improve. In the line first will be Elliott to start his final run. Actually, no, the session is over, so Elliott will finish second unless Josh improves. To the line, Flix will go fastest with a 1:14.0. That's pole position. That's a brilliant lap from the Mercedes. And to cross the line will be Josh. This lap, I think, will be valid. to the line, will only be fourth fastest at 16.0s, just outbeaten by his teammate. And that is the end of qualifying. Both Mercs are on top today. And Elliott just behind his teammate. But Flix gets pole position by quite the distance. Here we go then. For the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, it's round 5 in BRL. 5 red lights. And away we go. It's a poor start off the line by one of the Red Bulls. Flix has gotten away well, so has his teammate. Alfie off the line is up to 3rd place. Down into turn 1. The Mercedes go. Josh is up to 3rd place from the jump off the line. But the Mercedes remain as they are 1 and 2. But Josh, from starting 4th, is up to 3rd. Cristian and Alfie behind are battling for 4th place. Luca in the background. Someone's gone wide off into the gravel, and it's Elliott. Josh has jumped up a place to 2nd. It's an amazing start from the Red Bull, which you haven't seen that often this season. And Alfie and Cristian have collided and caused a bit of a problem between those two as they've dropped a lot of time to the leaders. But off the start, it's brilliant from the Red Bull, who could be leaving at the end of the season to the Mercedes team. After that qualifying display, he's going to want to do something to improve and show his worth. Flix is just so quick that he's over a second just over the first lap. Even Elliott is struggling to stay close to Josh as well. As Cristian and Alfie came together just out of turn 7. Both 1 and 2, and then 5 and 6, split by the 2 hard runners of Cristian and Elliott behind. Not really too sure what the best tyre will be at the moment. I would assume the hard tyre, due to the fact it controls heat better and can go longer in the race, but the mediums will be quicker off the start. But here we go. DRS will be activated, and Elliott will be able to use it. Will we see him get by Josh here? Who's got the setup? That will increase the most straight line speed. Elliott will dive to the inside to go to look for a gap. It wasn't there, not yet. But these two are close and battling for 2nd place, even behind. Alfie and Cristian will go at it shortly. Ferrari, the team with the most points in the championship. Is he going to go for a move? Alfie round the outside, they make contact. Not enough to give anyone any damage, fortunately for Alfie and Cristian. But down the straight they're going to go. DRS is going to be activated for the Ferrari. He's also going to use his battery as much as he can. And this one should be an easy move for Alfie. Round to the inside he'll go for the dive bomb. He's going to try stick it around the outside as Cristian. He's kept as close as possible. They bang wheels, elbows out. And Alfie is by through after turn 3. He's up to 4th place. It's a good amount of points. Oh, had a dodgy exit, and Cristian's all over him to the inside. The Red Bull's going to go dive down the inside. It's a good move temporarily. Alfie tries going for the switch back, but he's not got the traction on those medium compound of tyres. Is he going to go for a move here? He's not going to, but he's all over the back of Cristian. And the 3 up the front do not change in terms of position, but these two still almost side by side through sector 2. And Alfie's got a really good exit on Cristian, who's going to be first out of the exit of the chicane. To the outside goes Cristian, and Alfie is unable to keep 4th place. Cristian takes it back for the Red Bull team and now is ahead. But we have another DRS zone coming up, the only DRS zone in Imola, and that's going to be a nice dosage of power for the Ferrari. Down the straight we go. Is he going to be close enough for a move yet? Don't seem he's going to be close enough yet, but yeah, onto the brakes. The Red Bull keeps ahead. But here's something for you. Elliott has gotten into that 2nd gap of Josh, taken the DRS, and now he's going to have a chance at fighting him for 2nd place. Here we go then. The Mercedes, is he going to go for a move on Josh? No, he's going to be conservative, cautious, make sure he gets the move at the right time. He's still within a second. He's not going to go for the move yet, and Alfie should do the same thing and does. Stays behind. If he can keep this close, the entire lap, he'll have another chance. Elliot is even closer, and probably the closest he's been to Josh the entire race. Season 2, as they won the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship. There was a yellow flag in Sector 1. I think that was just Alfie going off it. I think he must have hit a barrier, as his front wing has gone. He's completely dropped to Cristian. He's lost a lot of time there, so I believe he'll be coming into the pit lane from the hards, possibly to go to the end on. Here we go again. Flix is actually into the pit lane off the mediums, and so is Josh. So Elliot goes into the lead of the Grand Prix, and the leading Mercedes has come onto the hard set of compounder tyres. Josh is also in early for the hards. Maybe this is the right time for the cars to come into the pit lane. Cristian's continued on as he's on the hard tyre. Alfie is in off the medium, supposedly onto the hard tyre. Is Luca going to be coming in this lap? It seems 6 laps on the medium seems to be as far as anyone wants to go. Luca will continue on. Worn tyres can affect you so much. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. I'm not sure what it's for, and Luca seems to be round. Not sure whether his car has sustained damage. I think a little bit. Front right end plate is gone, but I think he should be in the pit lane anyway this lap. Alfie's going to be all over him, and he's probably going to overtake him fairly easily. Onto the grass Alfie's going to go, but he is by. I don't think Luca's going to fight this one, unless he does. No. He hasn't really got the car to do it. It seems to be damaged. Is he going to come into the pit lane? He will. Luca into the pit lane. Now, they'll have to pit stop, and there's no way they will be able to gain the time back, because it's going to be roughly around, but Cristian may do a job here for Josh and just may hold him up slightly, but down the straight he's going to be able to get by. Flix is just pushing him through the corners now, but he's going to be able to get by Cristian quite easily. Whether it's around the outside or not, Cristian's pushing him the full length there, but he is past. Is the Mercedes unscathed, maybe with a few scratches, but he's through. Cristian's just trying to do the best he can for his teammate and try to hold him up as much as possible. But there we go, that's proof. The medium tyres are probably the best tyres to start on, because you can dump them early, get onto the hards, and then eventually you're going to be a lot faster, because even if they pit now, there's going to be such a huge gap. Once they come out, the mediums, they'll be good for a few laps, maybe 5 or 6 laps, but after then they're going to start falling down, and the hards will still be in a good condition. So starting on the mediums seems to be the best strategy for now. Here comes Elliot around the final corner, into the pit lane he goes. So that'll be onto the medium tyre compound. Or the softs, depends on whether he believes will go the rest of the race. And Cristian, I believe, will be into the pit lane too. Yep, medium tyres it is. Flix has just set a 1:16.5, fastest lap of the Grand Prix. That's very quick indeed. Cristian's into the pit lane, Josh goes past. He's got, I believe, it's a 4-second gap to Flix, maybe a bit more than that, 6 seconds possibly. No, 7.5, 7.5 seconds to his race rival. He had a really good start in the Grand Prix. He's got a huge gap to his race rival, Elliot. But because of that strategy, he seems to be quite way off it. As Luca's been lapped by Elliot. Cristian, there's going to be a large gap between these drivers. I'll be surprised if anything happens, and Luca has damage to the front wing of his car. He might have to come into the pit lane for a new set of tyres. It would be mediums, would be the best option. See on that graphic on the right side, the tyre performance, the hards after 10 laps, Flix's seem to be more worn on the rear, and Josh's just to that front right side. So that's the difference between the tyre setups and the way these drivers control the car. Just showing the way it all works. But here's something. We could see an attacking time for Elliot, as he's only 3 seconds down from Josh on the medium set of tyres, and he is gaining. Despite the fact the mediums could have been falling off by this point, maybe a little bit longer down the line, and the hards could be in a good window. But after 9 laps, the hards might be falling off a little bit. And then again, Josh is gaining time, or after a lockup, he is gaining time on Elliott. So we'll see what happens in the next few laps, but we could see a fight for second towards the end of the Grand Prix. But as of concern for the rest of the order, Christian seems quite comfortably in 4th, Alfie quite comfortably in 5th as he's just lapped Luca. There we go, that seems to be the order for now. Into the pit lane comes Alfie onto a set of soft tyres. That's potentially going to be on for a fast lap run. Additional point could be important, but over that 1 lap, it was 2.5 seconds. Now is a 1.5 seconds. We spoke about the medium to hard strategy being the best, but was it? Because Elliott is actually getting much closer. He's about 1 second a lap faster than Josh. This could be it for the Mercedes, and this could be a big bag of points coming their way, and they could eventually end up taking Ferrari for the lead of the championship, as he's going to have to overtake him out of the chicane. I think is probably the only option, or into turn 17. I don't think he's going to do it. Josh locks up, goes over the curb. It's a 3-second time penalty for Elliott. It's not going to happen even if he crosses the line ahead. But round the final corner, here's your winner for today, and it's Flix to cross the line for Mercedes. It's another Grand Prix win for Flix under his belt, and that will just be nice for him as he leads the championship. Josh across the line will come home second for Red Bull, and third for Mercedes will be Elliott. Crossing the line after that will be the 4th place of Christian. 5th place has already been decided as he's been lapped, is Alfie, and then Luca. It's a great race and a great day for Mercedes. A nice one for Red Bull as they grab a nice amount of points.